Hey guys, so today we're going to work on some yoga poses. We're not going to really do a yoga flow today, we're just going to work on poses that will help strengthen your body and maybe work on some flexibility as well. So our first pose today, you're going to turn and it's called a boat pose, and we're going to lift our legs up and put our arms out, and it's going to work on your core. So you can do it however you'd like. You can have your legs like this, or you can bring them up more to tabletop, and it'll be more of a core workout if you do that. And don't forget to breathe. We're just gonna hold this for a little bit. All right, and you can release. Our next pose, we're gonna be called a bow pose, and we're gonna be on our tummies for this. And you're going to hold onto your ankles and lift your chest. So ankles and lift. We're gonna hold this for a few seconds. And really squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you can flex your butt and all that. It's good for your back and opening up your chest. Okay, you can slowly release from this. You can come back up. We're still going to be facing this way. Our next pose is going to be a plank pose. And you can do it any way you'd like, any variation. You can use your hands on the ground, or you can do your forearms. So either like this or like this. I like to use hands, especially during yoga. But so we're gonna hold this for a little bit and try to stay as flat as possible. Don't arch your back or put your butt up in the air. So, ready? And try having your feet like hip distance apart. Don't put them too close for this. And don't forget to breathe. All right, and we can release down from this. And we're gonna stay on all fours, but we're gonna be on our knees this time. And we're gonna do some cat and cow poses. So this right here is tabletop, and we'll go in between these poses. We'll go to tabletop. And with cat pose, you're gonna be on all fours, and you're going to arch your back and tuck your chin into your chest like this. Really nice. And for cow, we're gonna do this. You can look up. You can go back to cow or cat. And you can go in between these a few times, as many times as you'd like. Next one, we're going to do an extended cat pose. So we're going to stay in tabletop, and we're going to extend one arm and the opposite leg out. And we're going to do this a few times. And we're going to make sure you look forward with it. Okay, ready? I'm going to raise this and hold it. And switch legs and arms. Hold it. And switch. And switch again. You're welcome to do that as many times as you'd like. But for our next pose, we're going to do downward facing dog. So we're going to stay like that, And we're gonna have our feet still hip distance apart. And we are going to come up like this. It's a good calf stretch. And you can walk those calves out, walk your feet out, get them loosened up. And when you get to a comfortable position, we can take some breaths here. You can try touching your heels to the ground. You can't see my heels right now, but I cannot get them to the ground. So no biggie if you can't. Just stretch them as far as you can. And our next one, we're going to stay here. It's called a dolphin pose. And we're just going to go down to our forearms like this with our legs straight still. Okay. Hold this for a few. You can hold that as long as you like. But whenever you're ready and feel stretched, we can move on to child's pose. And we're going to move our knees out to as wide as the mat or whatever you're on. You can be on a towel. And put our feet together. And just stretch forward. You can do child's pose. We can do it with our arms to the side to start out with. And just kind of lay there. Let your body weight hang. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, you can transition to extended child's pose. So in the same position, but our arms are going to be forward. And you really want to engage your hands so you can spread your fingers and really push them into the ground. Do a few breaths here. And when you're ready, we can go into cobra pose. So just kind of slide and then back up. And if cobra is a little too much for you, you can do baby cobra and just come down to here or on your forearms, whatever feels comfortable for you and doesn't hurt you too much. Take some few breaths here. Look up to the sky. And you can have your fronts of your elbows pointing out or facing forward. And when you're ready, you can come out of this slowly. And for the next one, we are going to stand up. And this one's going to be called tree pose. Oop, can't really see me, I apologize. But we are going to stand on one leg in any variation you want. I can't get to stay most of the time all the way up here, but this is where you will want to have it eventually to get it to stay. I cannot, but you can have it here, just on your ankle, on your calf, whatever feels comfortable, but try not to have it right here on your knee because it's not good. So then we're just gonna put it right here, and we're gonna try bouncing and posing and taking a few breaths here. Woo. Okay, you can hold that. But we're going to stay in tree pose right now. And while you're in tree pose, you're going to extend your hands overhead like this. I apologize, you cannot see my hands in this video. But, so we're just going to do this and extend them up and try like reaching the ceiling. Make sure that everything's engaged. So hold this for a few breaths. And then we can move, I'm gonna move the camera back a little bit, hopefully you can see me a little better. Okay. There we go. We're going to go to crescent moon pose. So we're just going to stay with our leg like that, like in tree pose. Do that. We're going to put our hands together and move from side to side. And I don't have very good balance, but I'm working on that. And you can always have your feet down for this too. And just move from side to side. And really get a good stretch in your sides. And don't forget to breathe. You can do that a few more times. And then we're going to do horse pose. This one's a fun one. I'm going to go back. Oops. And it is, you're going to have your legs apart and your feet kind of tilted out like that. And you're going to bend and put your hands in prayer. So kind of working your thighs in this one. Do a few breaths here. Try not to sink too low, like I was. And you can slowly come out. You might be shaking, that's good. It's showing you're working. You have muscles, you're strong. And then next, you can transition from that position if you're still in there. We're just gonna do squat pose where you're doing the same thing, but you just go lower. And this one kind of just stretches your inner thigh a lot. It feels really good. I like this one, it's one of my favorites. And your arms can help push them out, that's what I like to do. And a few breaths here. You can stay there for as long as you like. And then, after that one, we're just going to do a wide-legged forward bend. So put your legs out as wide as you'd like and touch the floor or however far down you can get, or even go farther if you can. And stretch out as much as you can. You can go to the side if you'd like and stretch your lower back out some more. All right, and then come out of that slowly. I'm gonna move this back. Oops. I apologize for all this camera moving. Okay, that should be good. We're gonna come back sitting on our mat. And our next one is gonna be butterfly pose. So we're gonna be sitting with a tall back and our feet together like this. Make your legs the wings. I need to work on my flexibility. So I cannot get my legs down as far, but you can just try getting your legs down as far as you can. You can use your arms if you want, but we're just gonna flop our legs like the wings of a butterfly and loosen them up some. This is good for your hips, your hip flexors. So we're gonna do this for a few breaths. And then we can switch. I'm gonna switch this way so I can go long ways. And we're gonna do a reclining butterfly. So we're gonna keep our legs as they are, but we're gonna lay back and put our arms to the side and just go like this for a little bit. And you can stay there for as long as you'd like. And our next one, we're gonna stay like that, but we're gonna bring our knees to our chest whenever you're ready from reclining butterfly and just rock. You can keep your head on the ground if you'd like, or you can bring it up, whichever one. Okay, and we are coming to the end of our yoga poses. But before we finish, we're gonna do a couple more relaxation ones. One, we're just gonna do called a do nothing pose. It's pretty easy. You just lay here and you can have your palms down to feel grounded or your palms up to receive energy. Whatever time of the day you may be doing this. And just take a few breaths. And on this next breath, bring in a deep breath inside out. So, you can start to move your fingers and your toes. And sit up whenever you are ready. And you can turn back however you'd like. And we're just gonna do one that's called an easy pose. Just gonna have your legs bent and sit here and rest. And just kind of thank yourself for doing these yoga poses and showing yourself that you are strong and that you are able to do this. And you can stay here for a while, take some deep breaths, and relax some more, or you are welcome to end this video and go on with your day. But I want to thank you for doing this video and see you next time.